What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fantasy Time. I'm your host, Jacob Cutler, the Fantasy Guy. Today, I got episode number 7 for you guys. The preseason is over. Opening day is upon us. Yes, we are recapping the final week of the preseason today. We saw some outstanding performances. They definitely need to be highlighted. We saw some outstanding individual performances, so those are going to be spotlighted. We got some new injuries added to the injury report. Of course, the rookies are done. We saw all of the rookies, so we are definitely going to cover the rookie report, going over their preseason performances and their final finale performances as well. But before we even get into the video, if you like what you see, please be sure to like, subscribe, do anything you can to make sure that you have all the notifications turned on, so that way every single time I bring a new episode to you guys, you are the first one to get it, first one to view it, consuming the content, because like I say, I'm bringing it to you all season long. So you do not want to miss it. Be sure to have those notifications turned on so that you don't miss a single video, a single episode all season long. So, without further ado, you know what I like to say. Let's get into it. Alrighty, let's break this thing down already. So, we got to see all 5 rookie QBs this preseason. They all looked really good. There was a bombshell dropped just the other day that we will definitely talk about. Huge bombshell. And it looks like the reins are being turned over, so we will definitely get into that. But in case you've lived under a rock, let's back up a little bit. Let's back up. We are going to talk about the 5 rookie QBs, right? We saw Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, and Mac Jones. So we're going to talk about their preseason performances. We're going to look at some highlights from this preseason. We're going to break it down, give you my takes, and this week's Rookie Report.
The Rookie Report, now on Fantasy Time.
Alrighty, so first up, we are going to take a look at Mr. Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine, as some people like to call him. He was phenomenal this preseason. What a debut for such a hyped-up prospect, right? He came into the league. There was all this hype around him, right? He's only lost, a couple college games. He dominated his time at Clemson. So all of the hype was building up around him. Is he going to live up to expectations? Can he live up to expectations? Especially in Jacksonville, of all places. Can he revive that franchise from the grave? He may be able to. I mean, the kid looks sharp. His final preseason stats were as follows. 31 for 44, 323 yards passing. He had 2 touchdowns. He was only sacked 3 times in 3 games. So that tells you something. He's either getting the ball out really fast, his line's either helping him, or he's making smart decisions. I'm going to guess it's probably all 3 that he's doing. And then he had 1 carry for 9 yards. This kid can ball. I'm super excited to watch Trevor Lawrence this season. I was telling you guys, in the build-up to this final preseason game, it doesn't matter that he hadn't thrown a touchdown or even rushed it for a touchdown yet. The kid looked sharp. He looked like he was on top of his game the entire time. He came ready to play. That's as simple as that. He came ready to play. He came to show the fans, show everybody that, yes, I am who I was advertised as, and I'm here to take over. So I am super, super excited to watch Trevor Lawrence this season, especially with his final preseason game. He was 11 for 12 with those 2 touchdowns. Those 2 touchdowns came in the final preseason game, but boy, did he look sharp. With the drives with Laviska Shenault, that drive, it looked good. That connection looks good. Marvin Jones does have an AC joint injury, so be aware of that. He will play week 1, but his knee is slightly damaged. So it might be on Laviska. It might be on my favorite name in the league, Laviska Shenault Jr., to save Trevor from a mediocre rookie season, and I think he can. Those 2, that chemistry is there. Laviska looks big. I don't know what happened. He looks like he's gained 10, 15 pounds. So I really like the connection. Obviously, if Marvin Jones is there, that's going to be my number 1 connection for him, just because of the veteranness of Marvin Jones and the rookiness, I like to say, of Trevor Lawrence. But the kid had a phenomenal preseason, and I cannot wait to watch him in week 1. So, next up we have Trey Lance, San Francisco's future. I'm repping big 1-6 today, Joe Montana, because I am excited. I am excited about this kid. Now, he didn't have the greatest preseason, and it wasn't mainly because of him. It was actually because of that second and third team on the Niners who couldn't catch a cold in the middle of winter. Holy crap, could they not catch the ball? This man, granted, this man's firing Colin Kaepernick 90-mile-an-hour fastballs at these guys' face and hands. I completely understand. But, dude, catch the ball. Help the man out. Help the dude look good. Because he looks great. His movement, his size, his arm, the angles that he's able to throw the ball at look great. His final preseason stats were 19 for 41. He did finish at 46%, but like I said, it wasn't so much him as it was his receivers not catching the ball. Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuels, George Kittle, Raheem Mostert, Trey Sermon, Hasty. The weapons that this team has shown to have now, wow. So those guys, I believe, are better, I know actually are better pass catchers than I'm not even gonna name any names. They know who they are. But yes, the first team pass catchers are a lot better than the second and third team. Hence why they're first team. So 19 for 41, 276 yards. He finished with 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked 6 times. Not too bad. And then he also finished with 7 carries for 16 yards and 1 touchdown. Now, that carrying display was against the Raiders, where they absolutely dismantled the Las Vegas Raiders. They dismantled. John Gruden left all 30 of his starters at home. Why? I have no idea. But they got dismantled. And Trey looked incredible. The offense that they got going down in San Francisco, scary. Watch out for San Francisco. I may in my prediction have been a little bit haterish, I should say, against the Niners, because they look good. If they can stay healthy, obviously if any team can stay healthy, watch out for them. But if the Niners can stay healthy, wow, watch out for that team. That offense looks dynamic now that Kyle Shanahan finally has the missing piece to his puzzle. Finally has the missing piece that he's just been longing for this entire time, and Trey Lance. And Trey looked phenomenal this preseason. So watch out for Trey Lance. All right, next up we have the man I'm excited to take over. Sorry, Andy, but I'm excited to take over for Andy Dalton, which is Justin Fields. And did he have a preseason for the Bucs? I mean, he was having a great preseason. Anytime he was out on the field, he looked control of the offense. He moved the ball well, got the ball out of his hand fast. He can run the ball. You'll see here in these stats here when I list them off in just a second. He can run the ball well. He's mobile. He gives this offense, this team, so many more options than Andy Dalton. And again, I'm a Bengals fan. He was our quarterback. You know, it's not like I don't like him. I just know what he's about. And he's not a guy who can get the job done. I'm sorry. What makes you think he can get the job done in Cincinnati with AJ Green, Marvin Jones, everybody, any receiver that you could want? He couldn't get it done there. He's not going to be able to get it done in Chicago. Justin Fields is the future of this franchise. Everybody knows it. It's just a matter of time before he comes in. And he showed what he's going to bring to this offense, which it could be electrifying. That division could be shooken up next season if Aaron Rodgers is gone, right? It's basically Justin Fields, Jared Goff, and Kirk Cousins. Justin Fields, honestly, is the best quarterback out of those 3. So Justin Fields looks good, is good, and I'm excited to watch him. His preseason tally was 30 for 49, finished with 61%. Not bad for a preseason, especially your rookie preseason and limited action. Not bad. 2 touchdowns passing. He was only sacked 3 times, so again, that's good. 3 games, 3 sacks. Nothing wrong with that. Good line, good decision making, getting the ball out quickly. That's what you want. That is what you want in a rookie quarterback. This is the head turner. This is the dynamic that Andy Dalton simply cannot bring to the team. 11 carries, 133 yards for 1 touchdown. The man is mobile. The man adds a dynamic to that offense that Andy Dalton simply cannot. I know Matt Nagy is thinking about his job. He wants to do what's best for him. It's a matter of time. So when Justin Fields comes on that field, no pun intended, get ready because some electricity is about to spark that stadium. Next up, we come to the guy that only got 2 preseason showings, but that's okay. I think the sample size that we got of him was enough for now. Robert Saleh, I guess, did not want to wheel him out there for what I'll say is an exciting tie, what turned out to be the final preseason game. But two preseason showings, and he was good. He looked good. He looked sharp. He looked like he looked like, at least for the Jets, they may, because it's the Jets. I always say it's the Jets. They may have found their quarterback in Zach Wilson. We will see. Time will tell. They definitely got him with weapons. Corey Davis and that connection already looks super strong. So if Corey Davis can stay healthy, that might be the stepping stone that Zach needs to really guide him into a decently to good rookie season with the Jets. I'm not saying the Jets are going to be a playoff team. I'm even saying the Jets are going to have a winning record. But 7-10, 6-11 for a rookie season, and gets over. He gets decent numbers. I'll take it. So his final preseason tally was 15 for 20, solid right there. 191 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and this is the big thing. He was not sacked. In his 2 outings, as short as they were, he was not sacked. So he's moving around in the pocket. He's getting the ball out, making smart decisions. I think that the thing you'll find here is I'm saying that they're making smart decisions. This is something that I don't think we've seen in a long time, where we've actually had 5 rookie QBs who actually look intelligent, who actually don't even look like rookies. They look like they've been playing the position for 3 or 4 years now. So the state of the league at this current time is in a phenomenal place. So Zach Wilson, let's add him to the list of another QB that I'm excited to watch. Successful or not, let's see what the kid can do in New York. And last but not least, we come to the bombshell of this past week. The bomb that was dropped. Cam Newton was released by the New England Patriots, which can only mean that the one, the only, Mr. Mac Jones has won QB1 in New England. The rookie did it. I was skeptical. If you guys have seen the draft analysis video, I did not think he was going to do it. I thought they would leave Cam in there, let him mess up, then go to Mac, and then release Cam. Bill was not having it. Bill was like, you know what? We've seen enough of the kid. The kid seems like he's got it. Let's pass it over. Why wait? Why deny the inevitable, right? Bill did not want to wait. He dropped Cam. Mac Jones is now promoted to QB1 in New England. He had a strong preseason. He looked good. I'm not going to lie. He gets the ball out of his hands. He's got a strong arm. Seems like he makes decent decisions. A lot of check down plays right now for him. You'll notice that there's a lot of check down plays right now for him. So pretty much Bill is the master at getting the ball out of his QB's hands lightning fast. Before you can even think, the ball's gone. That's how Tom was successful. That's how he's looking to see if Mac Jones can be successful. Mac Jones' final preseason tally is as follows. 36 for 52. 69%. Not bad for the kid. Only 1 touchdown. That's okay. He was sacked 5 times. He had 3 carries for 3 yards. Now that is where I think the biggest hindrance to his game is going to be his mobility. Obviously, he's not Cam Newton. Okay, very few people are Cam Newton. I'm not saying he needs to be as mobile as Cam, or he is going to be as mobile as Cam. But a certain level of mobility needs to be had in the quarterback nowadays. The quarterback needs to be able to extend plays, get the ball out of the pocket. If a play breaks down, they need to be able to recognize that and be able to gain some yards with their legs. The days of QBs just throwing the ball, the days of the arm QBs, is over. You have to have legs in today's NFL. You have to have some sort of speed in today's NFL. Unless you are Tom Brady, you need to be able to run the ball. So, Mac Jones, my suggestion to you is and obviously it's the preseason, obviously his job as a quarterback is not to run the ball, but it would be nice to see him be able to move the ball outside the pocket. We saw all other 4 QBs be able to move the ball outside the pocket. We need Mac Jones to show the ability to move the ball outside the pocket. Now, we didn't just see the rookies. we did not just see the rookies have some fantastic performances this preseason and in the finale. We also saw some other quarterbacks have some great preseason finale performances that make them look like they are in mid-season form already. This is a new segment I like to call Weekly Highlights. First up, we come to my Super Bowl MVP, the team that I have winning the Super Bowl, Buffalo Bills, and Josh Allen, who put on a masterful preseason finale performance. The kid was on fire. He could do no wrong. He was zipping the ball all over the field. The defense had no idea what to do. I mean, the kid looked sharp. I don't know what OTAs he was doing. I don't know what off-season workouts he was doing, what camps he was at. I don't know, but he looks like he is ready to go. He looks like he's like dying to get onto the field. The performance was phenomenal. He went as follows: 20 for 26, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 carry, 4 yards, and 1 sack. Josh looks ready to go. As you can see here, the balls are flying all over the field. He is zipping the ball into these tight windows. And if this is what he's doing in preseason, just imagine what's going to happen during the season. Like I said, if he stays healthy, the Buffalo Bills are my pick to win the Super Bowl simply because of Josh Allen. The weapons around him, the ability that he has with the ball, the ability that he has to throw the ball, that arm, that cannon, I should say, not even an arm, that human like hand cannon that he has, it is devastating. So Josh Allen, this season, I am telling you, watch out for Josh Allen. You want some fantasy advice? If Josh Allen is there, pick him first. Don't pick Pat Mahomes first. Pick Josh Allen first, because I'm willing to bet that he has a better season than Pat. And that's a pretty big bet based on Pat having the line now that he needs. But Josh Allen right now looks better than I think he's ever before. And this performance, barring, I know, it's a preseason. I know, I'm getting a little bit overreactive. I know. But it looks good. He looks good. He looks like he's ready for the season. And I'm excited because this simply has got me fired up watching it. So, Josh Allen, watch out for J.A., Josh Allen, the human hand cannon, the rifle, the Buffalo Bill rifle. No one circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. And we're going to find out this season with Mr. Josh Allen at the helm. Next up, we have Sam Darnold. I know. But Sam looked sharp in his preseason finale. This was the first time that he's actually gotten extended action, so we actually got to see a lot of him, and he actually lived up to the hype. He went 19 for 25, 162 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was sacked once as well, 1 carry for 5 yards. Sam looked sharp. Now, this might be the thing that Sam needed. This could be what he needed, was a new team, a fresh coach, fresh receivers. Because let me tell you, the receivers that they have in Carolina are scary. DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson, they are deep ball threats. They are slant threats. They are yardage threats. They are touchdown threats. They are just an overall threat in general. So he has the weapons that he needs to be somewhat successful down there. Now, again, like I said in my expectations video, I'm not saying that he's gonna go out there and brain bust the entire division, right? He may go 7-10, 6-11, 5-12. 5-12, obviously, that's gonna be pretty shitty. Excuse my language, but that's gonna be pretty shitty. 8-9, right? 7-10. 9-8. Right in there, mediocre, average, but this performance was good. He looked sharp. He looked like he was getting the ball out of his hand. He's zipping the ball over the field. So if you need a quarterback late in your draft, take Sam as your backup, because he's going to score touchdowns with this offense. I guarantee it. Don't be surprised if he has a monster week, actually not even a week, monster couple weeks this season. So watch out for Sam Darnold. Next, we get to the man that a lot of people, I would say 99.9% of the NFL population would call the GOAT, Tom Terrific, and Tom Brady, who looks, should we just call it now? Should we? Should we just give him the Super Bowl? Should we give him number 8? Because holy moly. I mean, listen to this. 11 for 14, 154 yards, 1 touchdown. He wasn't sacked. Oh, and he just went 7 for 7 on the first drive to get a touchdown with Chris Godwin. I mean, come on. Is this guy going to be 50 doing this? This is ridiculous. I don't know what else to say. I honestly don't know what else to say. Except for Tom Terrific, classic performance. What more can you ask for him? He looks in midseason. He looks in midseason form. He looks like, again, I predicted this. He looks like this is his time to go 17-0. So watch out for Mr. Tom Brady. And the last thing that we are highlighting today is, I talked about one of them, but there's 2 more heads to this 3-headed dragon that is forming in San Francisco. I don't know if you guys have caught these highlights. I'm showing them to you right now, but pay close attention to what you're about to watch, because Kyle Shanahan might be masterminding one of the best offenses that we have ever seen, because he now has Jimmy G and Trey Lance at his disposal, and they absolutely dominated the Raiders. Now, like I said, John left all 30 starters at home. Why would you do that? Because he's John Gruden. That's why. But it doesn't matter. The Raiders had no idea what the hell was going on. Zero. Zilch. None. Nada. No idea. Not a clue in the world what Kyle Shanahan was going to call. The one play with Jimmy, one play with Trey. Switch it up. Trey, Jimmy, Trey, Jimmy, Jimmy, Trey, Jay, Trimmy. It's mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing. Combined, these guys Jimmy went 4 for 7, 64 yards, 2 carries, 3 yards, 1 touchdown, where he obliterated the Raiders defense. Obliterated. Like, I thought he got a concussion. No, he pops right up and slams the ball on the turf. He obliterated the Raiders defense. Then you got Trey on the other side going for 6 for 13, 46 yards passing. Oh, but wait, he's got 6 carries for 8 yards and a touchdown. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. Kyle Shanahan may have finally found his secret recipe, the Krabby Patty formula, is what I'm trying to say, right? He might have found sugar, spice, and everything nice. I don't know. I don't know what he's concocting down there. But let me tell you something. It could be very, very, very dangerous. So keep your eye on San Francisco this year and that 3-headed dragon, which is Kyle Shanahan, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Trey Lance. Now, I just want to spotlight 2 people that had phenomenal performances, and they would never normally ever get recognition. But here on this show, we believe in recognizing anybody. Doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't matter if they're a backup, someone off the street. If you do something incredible in a football game, most likely I'm going to recognize you, because chances are no one else will, but I will. So this is a new segment also I'm calling the Weekly Spotlight. And the 2 people that we're spotlighting today, the first one is Tyler Huntley from the Baltimore Ravens, the backup QB, who went bananas this week, which was awesome. He may never, ever see an NFL game ever again, but he will always remember this. Doesn't matter if it's a preseason, he will always remember this performance. The kid went off. He went 24 for 33, 285 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 6 carries, 14 yards, 1 rushing touchdown for 5 total touchdowns in a preseason. The man, who is this guy? Meanwhile, his I don't know if you guys have seen, his throwing motion looks like Michael Vick, which is funny. I was like, is that Michael Vick out there? Because the Baltimore Ravens just love the Lamar Jackson type. Now that they have Lamar, they love the Lamar Jackson type. And Tyler Huntley proved them right. What a performance by the kid. Stand up, Tyler Huntley. Good for you, man. Hell yeah. What a performance. Again, 24 for 33, 285, 4 touchdowns, 6 carries, 14 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 total touchdowns. Nice job. The second guy I want to highlight today is Jesper Horstead. Who? Jesper Horstead? Jesper Horstead. Yes, the tight end from the Bears who made some phenomenal catches. 5 receptions, 104 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a great one-handed grab at that. The man was on fire. He could do no wrong. And he left it all out on the field. Put his heart on the line. He's definitely, he may work his way up. We may see Jesper Horstead later on this season. If he's there, you might want to think about it for fantasy. No one just goes 5 receptions, 104 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then just gone. They just like I say, like a fart in the wind, gone. No, that doesn't happen. So Jesper Horstead may have very well worked himself into the lineup. Be on the lookout for the kid. The kid can ball. And the last thing that we're going to talk about, and one of the segments that I'm actually pretty excited about, just because I feel like it gives you guys a lot of information and just kind of tells you guys, kind of gauge, I guess, where you guys' rosters are at in fantasies, and that is the injury report. All right, so we have 3 major injuries to talk about. Number 1 is Irv Smith. Yes, Irv Smith Jr. on the Vikings, tight end. He was tight end number 1. He was their starting tight end. He has a meniscus tear, and he's going to need surgery on his knee. He will be done for the season. So if you have Irv Smith as your tight end, or if you think about drafting Irv Smith as your tight end, look elsewhere, because the man is gone for the season. The next person on the injury report, and I feel just as bad, almost as bad as Travis Etienne, is J.K. Dobbins. He went down on a run and just immediately grabbed his left knee. The fears were met with confirmation, which is his ACL is torn, and he is now out for the season. So we will not see J.K. Dobbins this season. Very unfortunate, because he was set up to have a monster season in that backfield. It is now next man up, which is Gus Edwards and Justice Hill. So Gus Edwards, for all of you who do not know him, he is a tank. And if you need a running back, don't be afraid of Gus Edwards. But nonetheless, J.K. Dobbins, we hope for a speedy recovery. We hope for a successful recovery, because we definitely want to see him in action next season. And the last big blow to the injury report is T.Y. Hilton. He has sustained a neck injury, which did require surgery, which has placed him on injury reserve, which means that he's out for 5 weeks, which means if you have T.Y., either put him on IR or drop him for somebody else. You got to come back, bud. You got to come back. We need you. Fantasy players need you. You are a great fantasy player to watch. You're a great wide receiver to watch. T.Y. Hilton, on injury reserve, neck injury, out at least 5 weeks. Revisit if you got him. If you don't take him. Unfortunate. And that's going to do it, though, for the injury report. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a like, comment, share, follow, subscribe. You know what to do. Make sure you pass the information along to the loved ones. Make sure you pass the information along to the people that you care about. Make sure you have notifications turned on so that you are always the first one to consume the content as soon as it drops. I am bringing the knowledge all season long. Make sure you're going to stay tuned for episode 8. We are 7 days away from the NFL season. 7 days away from the NFL season. Ooh, that sounds good. What can you expect going forward? Well, episode 8 will be dropping on Tuesday. Okay, episode 8 will be dropping on Tuesday, and that'll have all your fantasy information. All of it. It'll have my projections, Yahoo's projections, NFL.com projections, ESPN projections. We're going all over the projections. We're going to cover everything. I'm going to tell you what they think. I'm going to tell you what I think, and then what you can expect. And then we're going to cover any injuries. We're going to cover any news. Anything like that. So episode 8 will be dropping Tuesday. You are not going to want to miss it. But again, if you like this episode, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, pass this along to someone that you care about. Spread the knowledge, because knowledge is power, and power is fun. So, you know what it is. It's fantasy time. I'm your host, Jacob Cutler, the Fantasy Guy. Until next time, Jacob Cutler is out.